Third and about 2 now. Flea flicker to Billadu. Pass is complete to him, and Billadu is racked up, and he is brought down hard after a gain of maybe 2.
And he is hurt, Bob, really hurt.
He is down, and he is not moving.
This is not good, Bob.
And we would not even begin to speculate on the nature of that injury at this point, Jack.
It would be pure speculation, Bob.
It might be possibly a torn
cartilage,
I was going to say.
Or a ligament.
And of course, Jack, you have to hope it is not the anterior cruciate ligament of one of those very valuable knees.
Or both of them.
But again, we don't want to even speculate on anything at this point. As Billadu continues to lie down on that field in what is probably horrible agony.
Yes, although he might not actually be, or he might not actually feel a thing, Bob, if he is, say, unconscious.
And we don't know if he's unconscious at this point.
We don't know, Bob.
And we're not even going to speculate on the nature of the obviously severe injury until we know something for sure.
An injury that could end his career.
But we just don't know.
It's impossible to say at this point completely, Bob.
Sure it is. And while we continue to wait for some official word, Jack, could you explain what exactly constitutes a career-ending injury?
Yes, I'd be glad to. A career-ending injury is exactly that. It's an injury that ends a player's career.
Like a broken neck?
That's a good example.
What about a crushed skull?
That would almost certainly be an ending injury career.
But again, we just do not know at this point. There has been no indication from the field whatsoever. We're not going to offer you any speculation about this absolutely horrible, potentially life-threatening injury until we know it.
It is possible, Bob, although I've never seen it, for a player's legs to actually be detached from his body.
Now, you're not saying that's what's happened here, Jack.
No, I'm not going to speculate on anything at this point, right, Bob, but I'm just saying that that is possible.
And, of course, we know that Billadu's family and his close friends are all watching the game right now back in his hometown.
And no doubt worrying and praying for him right now, as we all are.
And certainly frightening words and thoughts have to be running through their heads right now.
Fracture, contusion,
concussion, coma,
vegetable.
And of course, you know, down the road, there is the ugly specter of staph, of lockjaw.
Anthrax, malaria.
Ebola.
He will very much be missed, Bob. He was a good one.
He certainly was a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute, he's getting up.
He's on his feet, Bob.
And he appears to be just fine. He's not even going to leave the game.
This is a miracle.
Spontaneous healing.
An act of God, Bob.
But again, we just don't know. And we're not even going to speculate on that at this point.
Right.
Although, you know, you have to wonder, even though he looks fine now, what may be coming for Billadu, Jack?
Internal bleeding is certainly possible.
Brain swelling or hemorrhaging, maybe?
There may be brain